Good evening and welcome to the Secret Society of Veterans. This is your host, Anthony Rivera. I have on the line Rashina's mate, second class, it's called Vincent, veteran, and Department of Defense professional. How you doing, Viera?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I just decided to start this little podcast, which I know me and you have been talking about for a pretty long time now. And I decided to just pop it off. This is for all the veterans out there.
Yeah, it's great, man. I love it.
You love it. So, from my understanding, we've been friends for over 20 years, service connected and outside world as civilians.
Absolutely.
The little things that I wanted to basically put out there for the veterans. Maybe they can get some guidance from what we talk about.
Yeah.
I know you're an entrepreneur.
Right.
I know after service, you've had some hard time where, with dad and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know you've opened up businesses and helped out a lot of people in within your businesses.
Absolutely.
And I know when you came out, you ended up getting a job. A lot of veterans out there are homeless and don't have jobs, and they don't know the guidance and the ways to just go about getting a job. When you came out, how did you go about just getting a job?
Actually, when I pre-planned it, I was before TAPS. I came home. I took a test, and so that put me in a position where, being from New Jersey, we had a few political connections and whatever. But passing the test, and I positioned myself in that time frame where I was actually able to become a sheriff's officer in 6 months after I came home. But that was after the DOD, because I was out of the Navy a year prior to that, and I stayed in Seattle for 14 months. But still, I had positioned myself to that point. So if you don't position yourself, you got to think about your next move. So that's how it happened for me, man. It worked out great.
Beautiful. So going from the military life, you went straight to not straight to a job, but you went to a job.
Yeah, I went to a couple shitty jobs in the meantime, 6 months. I had no money. My car got repossessed. I lived in a small room in a corner of a basement. Until I got a job, and it took me about 5 years to recover from all that stuff. But I was focused and just kept working at it. Yeah, pretty much.
So, being that you were in the service, how did the service help you in obtaining the job? How did your discipline? What did the discipline do for you to be able to have your job and keep your job and things like that once you obtained the job?
I'm not a smart dude, I think I am. I could do whatever. Of course, I was in conventional nuclear field or whatever, and everything else I did with DOD. But it gave me a rating where I was scored number 11 out of like a couple thousand people. So if you take a test like that and you're a veteran, you're gonna score high. And I was picked immediately.
So moving past the job and things like that, you decided to go on your own and be your own boss and things like that. What mind frame did you take from the job, from the military, to be able to say, you know what, I want to be my own boss and not work for anybody? I know you have a couple of businesses out there. Tell the people what kind of businesses that you're involved in, that you run and that you have, that you're CEO of.
Well, it's different. Like, you get a job, whatever, become a cop, and the money's good. And the money was shitty. I was making like $16,000 a year. I started, but then 8 years later, I'm making 80. 10 years later, I'm making $100,000 a year, and then the more money you make, the more money you make, the more money they take. So I gotta start doing something else.
Right.
So I started, getting into online marketing when it first started. I started doing stuff like that, and sales and stuff. I'm pretty good at sales, and I just kept moving from there. So I started a bunch of companies, and start buying real estate. On top of that, real estate's better than gold, I think. It's constant income every week, every month.
So buying real estate, being that there's veterans out there that do receive or can get a benefit, which is within the VA loan for mortgages and things, that would be something beneficial for them.
Absolutely. The VA will help you with purchasing your first home. And they are now, when I did it, they were very reluctant with purchasing rental homes. Now they're actually working with it. So they get into a program. I have a friend that actually does this kind of thing. If someone needs to do something like that, I got the connections for it.
Okay. So now getting into your businesses, after you're purchasing homes and you're getting into the real estate market, what did you do next?
I just wanted to make more money. I just started doing online marketing. And I have a credit consulting firm, 7 employees, 700 clients. I have other affiliate companies that I work with. So it's like, it's a broad question. You just can't do one thing. You got to do a bunch of things. You just can't sit there and just like, oh, this is it. You got to like really go after it. And it's I think the military, the Navy itself, has to suck so bad being there and suck so good being there. Maybe who I am today.
Beautiful, beautiful. So right now, I know you have a credit repair business. Can you let the listeners know about that credit repair business, the name of it, where they can find you, what it's all about? What do you do?
Yeah, it's RP Credit Consultants, LLC. There's 7 of us. I'm the owner, of course, CEO, and I have 6 consultants with me. I consider myself part of the team, not just the owner. We do everything we can for everybody to purchase their homes, their cars, whatever, their dreams. Make sure that everything's good. How to buy a home with bad credit, how to buy a car with bad credit. Everything else will help you out. That's what we do. We focus on it the quickest way possible. Legit, like whole 9 yards. I mean, if I could, I'll sit here for like 3 hours right now, explain to you how I do it, my thing. And we're not a fly-by-night company. It's like
it takes time.
Yeah, I spent years doing this stuff and learning it, and it works.
I've seen on Facebook you've gotten a lot of good reviews and things like that, helping people go from a certain type of credit score to a better credit score.
I don't play around with that stuff, man. I mean, it's somebody's life.
Right. Actually, we have a mutual friend that had came to me and said, "Hey, Raymond, has helped me to the point where he was purchased a Porsche Panorama or Porsche vehicle."
Oh, actually, that person purchased a building. He actually did $1 million deal recently. So that was because of what I helped him with.
Right, and that's what he says. So your standards and you're a guarantee. It seems like so.
There's no guarantee. I just trust in everything, man. I don't play around.
Right. Other than that, I see you just came back from a trip to Colorado. How was that?
Oh, it was amazing, dude. I was actually going to our brother's Vinny, and his friend Dusty, and then one of the houses we stayed at was a good guy, man. He's a venture of a certain company that I don't want to disclose, because he never gave us disclosure for that. Nice, beautiful house, bunch of snowmobiles, everything else like that, man. We had a great time. It was amazing. My body's still stuck. I'm so tired.
So does the traveling help you? I know a lot of guys out there, veterans and stuff, have problems with PTSD, have problems with different, depression and anxiety. Does the traveling help you on that aspect of?
It depends. It depends who the person is. I think it's an individual thing. If that's what you require to be healing, then that's what you should do. I mean, everyone has their own method of healing. You do it how you want to do it. I mean, for me, I love it. I think that being involved in everything and just being proactive, just go at it. No matter what, if it sucks, it hurts, it's going to suck later on. It's going to take your mind off stuff.
Right.
And when you go home, you're like, God damn, man, I remember this shit because it hurts. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, this has been Raymond Viera and Anthony Rivera on Secret Society of Veterans. Thank you, all the listeners. You can find Raymond. Where can we find you at for the credit repair and anything else?
www.rmpcreditrepair.com. or you can call me 973-826-0027 directly. I'll speak with you. If I don't get to your call, I have somebody call you from my team. They're all board certified credit consultants. And besides that, man, you want to call and talk, that's what we're here for. We talk. It's not about just, credit, money. It's about life.
It's about being there for the next brother.
Exactly, man.
Or sister.
Exactly. Brothers and sisters, man. That's what we do.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Viera, and I hope everything goes well with your businesses and everything you're doing in life.
Thank you for your time too, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it. This is another episode of Secret Society of Veterans. Thank you, listeners, for being here.